If you are looking to buy or sell any of your FIFA 23 Ultimate Team coins, u4gm.com is the place to do so, and you can use code ELITE at checkout for 5% off your order. The market is moving, and it's looking good because we've made our investments. Things are rising in price. We got an 87 plus icon SBC dropping today, along with the 80 plus upgrade SBC. So that helps you craft different squad building challenges. So a lot of fodder is going up in price. We've also seen the entire market start rising. Tuesdays have generally been a pretty good day for the market in previous weeks, especially last week. And we've got our cards. They're going up. Things are looking good. And the question now becomes, when is the best time to sell? Because we have to consider the fact that the Team of the Year market crash, while it may not happen this week, is right around the corner. So any long-term investments that might normally be good for us, we should probably be a little bit more cautious. Anyways, guys, if you're new to the channel, do not forget to hit that sub button for daily trading tips here on FIFA 23 Ultimate Team and more FIFA 23 content. And of course, drop a like on the video if you guys are excited for today's content. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. So the first things first, we've got our Path to Glory investments. For today's games, Carvajal is a card that I've already begun selling, and I've got 5 more on the transfer list that I need to offload. 190,000 coins we got for an average of about 200,000 coins, some for 190, some for more than 200k, and an average of 200k, and after tax we're making about 40k per card, a little over 300,000 coin profit. And the way we know when to buy these cards is after they have maybe lost a match, or after the hype is dead for them from their group stage matches last week. We know they're going to rise into the hype for the next match, and that's exactly what Carvajal has done. And you also have to consider he is from Spain, so that helps. That makes his card a little bit more valuable. A lot of people rate Spain to go far into this tournament, so they'll rise more into the hype than other cards. While if you take a look at cards like Zakaria, who are playing against Portugal, and that's not an unwinnable game for Switzerland, but they are definitely not the favorites, that card has dropped into the hype of this match. So it's a very different concept with Zakaria. His card, which was about 300,000 coins after Switzerland beat Serbia, has only dropped about 40,000 coins ever since that match, and it looks like he is still going down. Now, one thing that you guys probably just noticed about the market is a new glitch that has been happening on the main menu screen for the transfer market, and it's been happening for a couple days ever since the title update, and that's just a classic EA mistake because there was nothing broken with it in the first place, and now it is broken. So if you search a card on the market like that Zakaria and you adjust the price range, let's say you want the max buy now to be 14 million, you want the min price to be 150, you want the quality to be gold rare, and then you search the card, and then you scroll across, maybe you look at the different cards, and then you back out, and all of your filters are now gone. You have to completely go back and adjust the filters to find it again, and then you'll search, and then you'll back out, and it'll be gone. Very annoying addition that EA have decided to add to the game. Now, obviously, that's a mistake, but if you do go to your squad and you go over to the transfer market from the squad screen, there's a couple of different perks of using it here, because if we take a look at Dennis Zakaria and his special card for 255,000 coins, or roughly what he's going for right now, and then we go ahead and back out, it is still there for us. And on top of that, when you search cards on the squad screen, they will pop up quicker than on the other transfer market screen. In fact, up to 2 seconds quicker. You can actually snipe cards on this squad screen quicker than people can on the web app using different plugins or bots or whatever. It's actually quicker here because you get to see the card 2 seconds before anybody else. So it's a really, really good advantage, and that's what I've been using to snipe for the past couple of months. So really, really good tip there. Of course, we have mentioned it before, so if you're an OG of the YouTube videos and you've been watching since the beginning of FIFA 23, you might know that already, but I thought I'd mention it again because it is becoming even more relevant now that the normal transfer market is broken. But back to what we were talking about. Denis Zakaria now down 45,000 coins as we prepare for the match between Switzerland and Portugal. Now, as I said, Portugal definitely favorites into this match, and I think people are recognizing that. So they're selling this Zakaria in anticipation for them to lose so that they do not end up with a huge loss after they lose. But that is actually creating a different concept and a different trend with certain cards. And Koulibaly is one of them that we talked about in yesterday's video, and I did make an investment. He got down to 360,000 coins. I got one for 375, and he has continued to go back up in price. They all have been recovering the cards that end up losing. In fact, Koulibaly dropped less after losing the match with Senegal and England than Kyle Walker dropped after that match. So a really, really weird concept is now happening as people prepare for certain players to lose their matches. And he's up to 390,000 coins now. And I was about to research, but we know that's broken now. So we've seen those cards rebound after they lose their matches, even if they're not going to get another upgrade. Koulibaly's not going to get another upgrade. But the same thing goes for these Kim Min-jaes here, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of him, and I've gotten them for 90,000 coins and less roughly. I think I paid maybe 91k for one of them, most of them for 89,000 coins. And the reason I got those cards was that exact reason, that Koulibaly has risen, that Pulisic has risen, that Lozano has risen. If you want to see more in-depth talk about that trading method, check out yesterday's video because we go way more in-depth. But the next card I want to talk about in today's video is going to be the cards that got dropped in the mini release for the World Cup stories. And Olivier Giroud is the most popular of the three. Well, I guess you could argue Laporte is pretty darn popular as well because he's extinct at 400,000 coins. And you can snipe him if you really try, but it's very risky to go in on some of these cards. We saw Van Dijk extinct at 1 mil. That card ended up working out. If you sniped that card, he was 1.2 mil after the update, and he's only risen since then. He's almost at 1.5 million coins now. So I'm Eric Laporte. Could follow the same trend, or you could go the opposite direction, which many cards have. So it's a risk if you want to get that card for 400k on a snipe, because oftentimes after they do get that update, they drop below that 400k or whatever they were at beforehand. So be very careful if you do that. I'm not saying it's going to work or not going to work either way. It could not, but it is risky. Now, one thing that isn't as risky is going in on an investment for some of these World Cup stories. And yesterday I said that Monday was the cheapest price for cards last week. And if we take a look at Olivier Giroud and we look at his World Cup stories card, we'll see that he has dropped pretty low today on Monday. He got down to about 95,000 coins. He's slowly getting back up. I think he's sitting around 104 right now, maybe 103 it looks like, but he is on the way back up, and over the course of the week, especially on Tuesday and Wednesday, we should see that card rise. Now, on Thursday and Friday of last week, the cards dropped a little bit before rising again out of packs. For me, I'm probably going to sell Wednesday night on these Girouds. I got them for no more than 100k. I've got a lot of them for like 98, 99k, which thankfully is not popping up on the market anymore. So pretty decent deal, I guess, so far. And he's still low, so there's still time to get in on some of these cards. And we've already seen the cards from the initial release on Friday have already started rising. And Dani Alves and Richarlison may be affected by the hype of the Brazilians during this World Cup, but Dani Alves has gone from 250, 255k all the way to 275, 280. Oh my goodness, even higher. 280,000 coins. There he is on the market right now, and only going up. Now, there is rumored to be a Hulk SBC, and Hulk, obviously the Brazilian right winger. If that card did come out, it would get like a perfect link in terms of a complimentary link to Dani Alves. So that would only make this card skyrocket even higher. If you did get in on that investment on Monday morning or on Sunday night, you are already making good profit, and it seems to only be going up from here. So definitely hold on to this card for a little longer. I think that as we get into Wednesday, it's going to go even higher, Tuesday even higher. So these investments are definite holds for right now. You don't want to be selling quite yet because they are on their way up even higher. So those are the World Cup Stories cards. Let's go ahead and hop into the squad building challenges and take a look at what we've got right here. So obviously, a lot of people going for this 3 times 84 times 20 pack. That's 60, 84 plus cards, which is a lot of SBC fodder, and a few cards that are, of course, usable in your squad, well, if you're lucky enough. But as you guys can see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of them so far, plus maybe 1 or 2 more in the club. Let's actually check how many I've got, because I am also going to be doing this SBC once I have enough tokens, and I'm 6 tokens away. All I've got to do is grind out some more of those golden goal World Cup swaps, and I'll be done. But a lot of people have already gotten it, and a lot of people have already opened their packs. For me, I might save them, but what this means is that a lot of people have a ton of 84s, 85s, 86s, 87s in their club. And so when this SBC dropped today for the 87 plus SBC for icons right here, 87 plus base or mid icon, it's not like the greatest value SBC. You do need to spend like 275,000 coins from scratch to do it, and you get some all right packs, I guess, in return. Nothing notable, to be honest. It's a lot of fodder that you need to submit to complete the squad building challenge here. And a lot of people already have most of that fodder in their club because of those SBCs. So fodder has risen on the market. People are going out and doing this SBC. But for me, I think we stay away from it. I haven't seen any crazy pulls out of this. There's a lot of cards that you can get that are worth less than 200,000 coins, and a lot of the cards that are between 200 and 400,000 coins, you probably wouldn't go out and buy anyway. So even if you're getting a card worth 300k, which in theory you are getting better value out of that pack than what you put in, would you have bought that card on the market anyway? Probably not. So with that being said, I think that there is a very small chance out of this casino SBC that you're going to get anything you want, and you're going to be using that fodder on something that maybe is going to be better used on something of higher value in the coming weeks, especially as we get closer to Team of the Year, especially as we get closer to maybe a Christmas promo, maybe a Futmas. Of course, we haven't had Futmas in years, but maybe something for Christmas they'll drop that is going to be of better value, or even any player SBC. I think that this is just a coin sink, and a little bit of a club sink. EA know that your club is stacked right now. EA know that you've got a lot of those high-rated fodders, and they're trying to get it out of there, giving you the least amount of value in return. That's what I think this SBC is. Of course, if you guys want to take that risk, that is totally up to you. Let me know what you guys pack if you do it. And if you guys comment what you pack down below, it can kind of give other viewers an idea on if they want to do it or not. Maybe all of you guys are packing Pelés and Ronaldinhos, and maybe it is worth it, or maybe you're getting some crappers instead, like Litmanen. So it is definitely a risk to take. Now, on the other hand, we've got that 80 plus double upgrade, which is back in SBCs, and it is repeatable. You get 2 80 plus rated rare players for a squad in return, which is 1 rare player and all gold cards, which isn't too terrible. In fact, you only need to go with 9 players in the squad. So instead of 11, you're submitting 8 common golds and you're submitting 1 rare gold. Now, you are going to get decent fodder in return. You can craft that 87 plus SBC or any SBC you want to do. But on the other hand, it is another club sink. It is taking away your commons. It is taking away your rare gold cards one by one. The rare gold cards probably are going to be replenished by the SBC when you think about it. You're only submitting 1, you're getting 2 in return, but the common gold cards, well, they're going to be out of your club. You're going to be left with none of them. Now, when we know that people are club sinking their cards, their gold common cards into that 80 plus double upgrade, maybe to craft an SBC, maybe just to test their luck, either way, they're going to have less gold cards in their club for other SBCs like the FIFA World Cup marquee matchups. And when that becomes a refresh SBC here on Thursday, we've got some pretty obvious matches now that there aren't as many matches each week in the World Cup. You can kind of narrow it down. We've got Netherlands and Argentina, and we've got France and England, which are 2 really big matches, I think have to be in this World Cup marquee matchups. And then you've also got Brazil and Croatia, then other than that, I'm pretty sure that, as we get to the round of 8, we're just going to have those 4 matches. Obviously, I just named 3 of them, and then whoever wins these matches later today are going to be the rest of them. So we pretty much know which teams are going to be in this World Cup marquee matchups. And with that being said, we can go out and club stock players from each of those nations. So with that being said, we can see all the cheapest cards. Just go to your squad screen, gold, common, set your country to, let's say, France, and we'll set it at 500 coins, and we've got a ton of cards for 500 coins. You can probably snipe for 450 or get bids for 400 or 450 that are really, really nice cards to invest in to club stock. You don't even have to send them to your transfer list. You don't have to buy 1,000 of them and go unassigned. You can literally just club stock these cards, and trying to snipe them for 450, also a very doable way to get them for even cheaper and maximize your profits. But the question might be, are these going to go up? And the answer is yes, of course they're going to go up. How much they're going to go up could depend. Maybe a couple of them only rise 200 coins. Maybe a lot of them go up and triple in price. And if you want to get really specific, you can try to go with French players in the Premier League. That way, you've got players that would link with the English players in the France versus England game, or you could go with the opposite by going with English players in Ligue 1. I know there's Mavdidi or Mavadidi, however you pronounce his name, in this league as a left mid, could definitely go up a lot in price, and he's only going for 550 coins right now. So I'll go ahead and buy one of those, and I'll put him in my club. Send him my club. Now I have him. If he goes to 1,500 coins, boom, easy profit for us. And all I've got to do is add one of them each to my squad or to my club. And again, you can go Netherlands, you can go Argentina, you can go with Portugal if they get through against Switzerland, you can go with Spain if they get through in their match today against, I forget who they play, Croatia? No. They play, I can't even remember who Spain played today. Morocco, that's who it is. They play Morocco. I had to think about that for a few seconds. So whatever team gets through, you can go ahead and invest in those for Thursday, because they're pretty much inevitably going to be in that World Cup marquee matchups. And all of those gold common cards have been sucked out of people's clubs. It's a nice little combination to make sure that you're going to be making profit on those small, low budget investments. If you haven't yet, go ahead and check down below. Make sure to drop a like on the video. Would greatly appreciate that. It would help me out a ton. Helps these videos do better. As we get farther into the year of FIFA 23, of course, some of the interest in the game goes down. And we've actually looked at some of the stats. I've seen a couple other content creators tweeting it. There's less interest in FIFA 23 at this point of the year than there was in FIFA 22, which is not a good sign given the fact that they've got the hype of the World Cup to help it as well. But that is just the case. So if you guys have been enjoying the content, just going that extra mile and dropping a like, dropping a comment, and all of that does help so much with making sure that I'm able to do this and upload content for you guys every single day. That's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.